Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie and I'm here today to do my TBR for the Greek GodAthon. So this was created by Esmay from Bookish Buddies, and there are a whole bunch of hosts that I'm just about to go through, but the readathon is based on the Greek gods. You pick a team and of one of the gods, and in this round we are battling to beat the Titans. So I will go through the different hosts and which gods they are, and then I will go through my TBR. So I have 14 books for each of the gods. Let's get into it. So first up we have Aphrodite, who is a Jane from TheBookAholic, Apollo, who is Annie from Annie McNulty, Aries is Princess from Castle Library, Artemis is Gabriela from Books and Other Nerd Things, Athena is Steff from Coffee Over Apples, Demeter is Megan from Mythical Megan, Dionysus, I don't know why, anyway, you all know who I mean, is Kelly from the Velvet Library, Hades is Femka from Bookish Buddies, oh god I hate this one, Hephaestus is Charlott from ClumsyCharlott, Hera is Janaea from Live a Thousand Lives, Hermes is Caitlin from The Lit Review, Hestia is Lily from Lily Reads and Other Things, Poseidon is Ashley from Of Fiction and Fantasy, and Zeus is Esmay. So those are all the hosts, and I will link them all below, as well as Esmay's announcement video, so that you can see the rules and things like that if you are interested in joining in. But next up we're going to go into my TBR. So I'm just bringing up the graphics so that I can remember what each of the points are. So there is a reading prompt for each of the 14 gods, and then you pick a god that you're going to be on the team of. You can read, the goal is to still read as many as possible, but you get a special, you get a special power depending on which team you're on, which god you prefer. And then there are two separate teams. There is Team Chaos and Team Control, and basically you earn a few extra points if you do the prompts from your team and whatnot. So we're going to jump in, and I'm going to announce that I'm going to be going with Team Artemis. This was kind of a difficult pick for me because Athena and Artemis are like equal faves. Okay. Very, very lovely, yes. And also, you know, there are booktubers on here that I really enjoy watching, and I wanted to support them, but I decided to go with Athena because, not Athena, with Artemis. I can't even remember. Yeah, I literally was just kind of like out of the ones I wanted, and Artemis it was. So we're going to go through all the prompts for Team Chaos and then for Team Control. Yes, and we are going to get many head rubs. Thank you. And here comes the other one. We're going to be blessed today. Okay, so starting off with the prompts, we have Aphrodite, which is true love, read a romance. So I'm going with Daring and the Duke by Sarah MacLean. This is the third and final book in the Bare Knuckle Bastards series. I'm also this month, of course, trying to do my haul revisit, so I thought I'd be a little bit nice to myself and try and slip a few of them onto this TBR, and this is one of them. So I'm very excited to finish up this series. Next is Aries, which is a War on Words. So read a book with war. I'm going with Ironheart by Nina Valera. This is the sequel to Cryer's War and features a war between automaton type things and humans. This is also a duology, so this will finish off the series for me. Number 3 is Artemis, which is The Hunt, which is to read a highly anticipated book, because this is the one that will also get me the most amount of points. I wanted to pick something that I'm like 99% positive that I'll read in the month and that I can finish. So I went with A Pack of Vows and Tears by Olivia Wildenstein. This is the second book in the Boulder Wolves series. They're reasonably short. So the first one, which I read towards the end of Jan, didn't take me that long to read it all, maybe a couple of hours. So I wanted to pick something that I could definitely get through and that I will enjoy. So this is the one. Really, boys? This is the joy of having 2 cats. One is eating and one is using his tray. So we're just gonna shut this off and I'll be back in a second when they're done. Okay, I think they're done. So next up is Hades, which is Dead as a Doornail. Read a book with the undead. Now, I'm stretching this one a little because I don't know how undead this is, but it's kind of like a afterlife thing, and that is Afterlove by Tanya Byrne, which follows a girl who has died who is trying to get back to her girlfriend. Next one is Hephaestus, which is Forge Ahead, read a sequel. Going with Evil Under the Sun by Agatha Christie, because it's been a little while since I read a Christie. So for me, it's been like a few months, which is a long time for me to go without one. So continuing on with this series, I don't remember what book this is. Maybe 20 something in the Poirot series. And then we're up to Poseidon, which is Endless Ocean. Read a book with water elements. I actually had a few more of these than I was expecting, but I'm deciding that I will go with The Detective's Guide to Ocean Travel by Nikki Greenberg, because as you can see, it's one I've started. I read the first 60 pages months and months ago and I haven't come back to it. So I need to finish it off. And finally for Team Chaos is Zeus, which is lightning quick. Read a cover by book. Gotta throw some Greek mythology in there. This is Ariadne by Jennifer Saint. So I originally bought this because of the cover. I bought this like the week it came out. So there wasn't really any hype for it at the time. Since then there's kind of developed around it, and I have a few friends who have read it and liked it, so I am excited to give it a go. And it's just so beautiful. So now we're going to move on to Team Control. Okay, so the first member of the team is Apollo, which is Let Your Sun Shine. The boys are doing all the things today. Fletcher's just like banging his head into a box trying to like scent it. Anyway, so Let Your Sun Shine, read a book that makes you happy. I'm going with Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. This is also a buddy read with Helen and one of Helen's friends, who I have now forgotten, but I love Austen. I just have this and Emma left of hers to read, and I love the movie of this one, so I'm hoping I will also enjoy the book. Next is Athena, which is Use Your Head, and that is to read a book you intended to read in 2022. So I'm going with The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, because I think it was the Illum Crate edition recently dropped. Not personally going to buy it because I can't afford like $300 in shipping, but it's kind of rehyped this book up a bit, and I've decided that I would like to read this year. Next up is Demeter, which is Bountiful Harvest, a book with nature on the cover. And I'm going to go with For the Wolf by Hannah Whiten. I think I've always been saying Whitten. I don't know which one it is. But as you can see, there's some like trees and branches and stuff, and kind of looks like a hill almost in the background. So, nature. Dionysus, who knows if I'm saying it right, is Sinful Ecstasy, read a guilty pleasure. I believe guilty pleasures don't exist when it comes to reading. Read whatever you want and don't give a shit about what people say about it, is my motto. But I thought that I would kind of go with the like sinful ecstasy bit, more as like the prompt, I guess, working out what I would consider a guilty pleasure. So with that in mind, I'm going with Visions of Hate by Nalini Singh, which is book 2 in the Side Changeling series. These are not too spicy. There's a little bit of spice to them, but very, very excited for this one. Okay, we're almost there. Here is I Am Woman, a book with a strong female protagonist, which is nice and easy. I'm going with Girls with Razor Hearts by Suzanne Young. I probably had like 20, 30, 40, 50 books that I could have picked for this prompt, but I need to finish this series. This is book 2. I reread book 1 last year in preparation for reading this, and then didn't read this. So I need to do that. March is the month. Let's do it. Next is Hermes, which is The Flying Messenger. Read a short book. So I'm going with Enter a Murderer by Nigeo Marsh, which is the second book in the Roderick Allen series. As you can see, relatively short. This is about 200, not even, it's 191 pages. So that should be a nice quick read for me. And finally, Hestia is Heartwarming, which is a cozy, heartwarming book. I decided to go with Melamander by Thomas Taylor, which is a reread. This is more, I guess, on the like creepy side, but it's a middle grade, so it's like cozy in that sense. This is the first book in the Legends of Erie or something like that. Anyway, first book in the series. I now have books 2 and 3 talked about many times that I need to reread this one, so I'm gonna do it in March so that I can finally continue with the series. Whew. So that's it. That's the TBR. That is all 14 books that I am attempting to read for the Great GodAthon. So this would be a good time to mention that I'm also doing my haul revisit, of course, in March, and then different book clubs and things like that. But of course, I am also joining in with Roll of Reads, which is my best friend Mel from A Book Fiend Named Mel. It's her readathon, so obviously I have to join that. Super excited. A video for that will be up soon. But for today, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.